Hey y'all, I'm your host, Aaron Smith of the Offshore Marine Service Association. Each Friday, I'll bring you the Offshore Briefing, a quick rundown of the week's notable developments, updates, and news you need to know in the offshore space. Whether you're on deck or at your desk, we're glad you're here. Welcome everybody to Maritime in America Offshore Briefing. This is our 10th episode now. We've made it to 10, double digits. Great for us. Good job. And with me, as always, are Ashley and Angel. How are y'all doing?
Just great.
I'm doing good today.
Good. So let's see, this is coming out Friday. So I guess 2 days ago, we just had our 9th episode was dropped. Our interview with Stacy Stanley of Offshore Oil Service. Man, I had a pleasure recording that. It was great to record, and the final product was even better. I really liked it.
It was.
Would you say, Ashley?
Oh, I said it was awesome, but it's making me want to go see her office.
It makes me want to do like one of those ancestry things.
Yes, that too. Actually, I kind of have, Angel, because it really, really made me think about that. I mean, how she can trace so much back, it's insane. It is so cool.
Did you get more information about your native side?
Well, I've already got a plethora of that. I will show you. Thank you for asking. I'm learning more about my mom's side.
Yeah, well, I mean, her family is.
I will bring my history to the next podcast.
I kind of always knew that her family had a very interesting backstory, but I did not know to the extent and just how much. And also kind of how, like so many times, I mean, we always talk about how our industry grew out of, shrimpers finding another revenue stream. But that was exactly how they came about. Yeah, it's cool. It was also interesting about the how they got the white boats and that
in their own paint.
Yeah,
name?
the racing stripe is their own paint color. It's cool.
What is it called?
It's called
Muchwich
Gold.
Cool. I forgot. Yeah.
And I think I've heard that of a few others. I think there are a few other members that have designated paint colors that have been named after their companies now. So that's, it just goes to how much pride our industry has in their vessels. And then when you look at it as well, how much pride our industry has in our workforce. And I know we got another episode coming up soon, relatively soon, with another mariner who was really going to show why everyone has so much pride in their mariners. I can't wait for that one to come about. It's going to be good.
It's another very family heavy episode as well.
Well, that's what I love to see about our industry is you don't think of an industry based upon being away from home as being so family heavy and family oriented, but it totally is. And I love that. It makes it very easy to promote. So what are y'all working on this week?
Angel, you can go first.
So I am working on some applications. We have a lot in queue, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. And outside of that, there's some news articles. Are we working on some Fast Facts Fridays?
Friday Facts? Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm working on. Friday Fast Facts. I'm also working on helping the OMSA membership. We just send out these great alerts to our members, letting them know what's going on. I mean, just all detailed in links and whatnot, but it's kind of hard to reference. So I've been working on this week, putting it all on our website for them to easily access should they have any questions.
This is something I've been pushing hard and I really need to, because I know we have a lot of people who, we will put out a release like we did on the PAMS change.
Yeah.
Or like we have done when the Coast Guard updated their MMC guidance at the beginning of the year, or tax law changes. All of these, but we don't have a place that OMSA members, and it's only going to be for OMSA members, can go and reference those as a quick reference guide. And then once we have that, we'll have that as a reference library. And then we also will have the Coast Guard documents that we'll need to reference back to as a reference guide to really make that our site a one-stop shop for everyone who's looking for that industry information.
Yeah. So I'm working on that. I'm also for everyone listening, we are going to continue with our Lunch and Learn summer series down in Homa, and it'll be in July. I'm confirming the dates right now, but working on a few agenda ideas. If anyone else has anything you want to hear about or hear from, or want some more details on things, let me know. Hit me up and let me know. We'd love to. Or if you have any suggestions and want to sponsor the event and speak to our members, that's awesome too. Let me know.
That is good. You know what I saw? It's not really connected to our industry, but not our segment of the industry at least. But you know what I did see was obviously the entire world's looking at the Persian Gulf right now and what's going on over there. And I saw that yesterday there was a collision between two oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, which is where kind of Persian Gulf exits out. It's one of the choke points in the entire international commerce stream. And it's because of the Iran is currently jamming AIS signals. And for those that don't know, AIS is Automatic Identification System. It's a GPS-based tracking, and it's how a bunch of vessels navigate. I mean, we have an AIS service that we watch. It's actually used to verify the DPO applications that we get. And, it's also used by vessels to sail safely. And with it being jammed, the vessels weren't able to tell where they were or where each other was. And so you had a collision yesterday. And from what I understand, two vessels still on fire. It just kind of shows you how interconnected our industry is and our world is, and how important these reference systems have become, that it's easy to get caught up in an international incident, even though, our segment of the industry is not involved. So it also shows the importance of having our own transportation system and not relying upon the transportation system of others, and our own energy system and not relying upon the energy system of others.
Erin, so were they like, I know you weren't there, obviously, but so if the AIS system was down, did they not see, or was it too late to try to prevent the collision?
We have to remember how much time these vessels take to maneuver.
Yeah.
So in the maritime industry, you will have what is it called? You'll have closest point of approach, and you will have a closest point of approach is how far vessels can be away from each other. And what is considered to be you will never see closest point of approach to be anywhere less than half a mile. And really anything less than a mile is considered, kind of something that makes people sweat. So you're talking about something that the absolute bare minimum distance of safety is a mile. That's how long these things, and it is a mile, because it takes multiple miles to stop and to turn. So that's where these systems come, because you have to be able to know where you're going to be way, way, way ahead of time. And that's where AIS comes in and where GPS comes in.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
So that's what I saw in the news this week. I know, but I wanted to go back to what Ashley was talking about with the Lunch and Learn series, because, I think we as an organization go through a very busy period in the spring where we have quite a few events. But I know the summer season is really the busy time for our industry. And so we don't have as many events because people are having to their day jobs consume all day and all night. So, but I do want those Lunch and Learns are a great opportunity to spend just a few minutes of time working and getting some information that you need. So, I think I've always liked those opportunities. Every time I've gone, I always learned something. So it's great events. And I hope we can have a few of those this summer where we can provide meaningful, impactful information that's useful to everyone's day jobs, and do so on a thing where you're not taking a ton of time away from your desk.
It's a good time to ask questions and kind of get more in depth on things that you see in the news articles.
Good. Well, I think that was all I had for this week. So I'm looking forward to, as we get back into that period of doing some more events, and we will see if there's anything else we can provide for OMSA members. If there is, please let us know if you have topics for those, if you have guests you would like to hear on the podcast. And if you want more information about stories that are going on in our industry, or you want more information on the PAM situation, or there was another new Coast Guard update that just came out on underwater inspections, please, you should be an OMSA member, so you should get that information from us. So with that, I will sign off unless you all have any last words. All right. Well, great. Everyone, thank you much. Take care and be safe.
Have a
Happy
good
Friday.
Bye.
That wraps up another episode of Maritime in America. We're proud to highlight the voices and stories that keep the American offshore industry strong. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and remember, the course ahead is shaped by those who step up and steer it. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Tune in every Friday for your offshore briefing, and don't miss our next full episode, dropping soon with the very special guest's mariner's perspective. Catch you next time.